climate change is a massive thing, and people will say, "Oh, that I'm the hippie Christian friend because I am so like I care about the climate. I do, because what people don't realize, especially black people, is that climate change. Sorry, guys.
She said black people.
Climate change impacts people that look like us. First. So it impacts them the worst, and they contribute to it the least. So we contribute in the West the most to climate change.
100%.
But we will see the effects of it way after those of our, family members and brethren back home.
Affinity Xtra, be extra.
Yeah. This is your boy here, Roger Moore on Affinity Xtra. We're here to celebrate gospel music of the bleakest, the blackest, the blue. No, I'll get myself in church when I say blue, and the reds out there still as well. Still, all shades of black. Is there shades of black? But anyway, so sorry, I always get myself in trouble with this introduction. But now, guys, I'm going to introduce you to someone who my wife has known her since she was very little. I'm going to draw out that card now. I'm going to draw out the card. I draw out a card and Hayden, still, you're saying, yeah, man, I know him there from a long time. His mom, he came out as being half Kittitian. Yeah. I'm like, you kept that quiet, innit, dude? You know what I'm saying? It's all dramatic, But anyway, we won't bring H into this one. But let's focus on Sister Lian Jacobs, because she was in coaches going around the country with Birmingham Mass Choir, with D at the back. So it was not New Ye that taught her how to harmonize. You know what I'm saying? Parents are cool dudes, serving in church. You got a prophecy, and like I said, mom was part of a group back in the day, so I've been doing my research, so I kind of know like these things and what I still, So you might have to bring your mom in for interviews as well.
You
know what I'm saying about the past, the golden era of church. You got a prophecy when convention was full. But anyway,
right.
so sorry if you're listening and you're from prophecy, please forgive me. But nothing but love, but 100%. Seeing Leanne grow, be part of New Ye, going on a second, isn't that a London group? And why half of my Bommy people that can sing in tune going down to London? But anyway, we're taking that part of it. They did a fantastic job of doing that still, seeing a young group dance up and down the place and sing for Jesus is absolutely fantastic. My biggest brokenheartedness, guys, is that we didn't have an industry to absorb and to develop and to really make the most out of New Ye, because they were absolutely tearing up. I got some videos on my Geo 360 TV. Jesse, the man on the drums, and the rock man, and it's just getting going in, man. Him and his brother, man. But that was, so many people developed from that, and it's like, we got to start retaining this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's so that's where I'm at. But after all that, but in the sideline, Leanne will be communicating me when I'm doing GR Live. I've got some young people to bring to the concert. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not that old, so I remember everything, You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, so what's she doing? You know what I mean? Bringing people in from Church of God? No, from something else. So you was doing courses outside about youth work, Christianity and all that stuff. And now, from national youth leadership, she's now in international youth leadership. Yo, that's how it is, man. And she's here. Hopefully that introduction, I won't get in too much trouble with that one, but hopefully that was quite accurate. Was that accurate?
That was a sensational introduction. I might have to, send that to everybody else. How you must address me.
Listen, I am the stalker. You know what I'm saying? Speak to Renee about that. I need to message her about music, because sometimes I go, sister. But anyway, so I get myself in trouble there. But 100% sis, you're doing amazing stuff right now. So guys, I just want to introduce Tearfund to yourself. Now Tearfund, guys, I saw these polite talking people were getting involved in conversations over the past year, while you got angry people not angry people, righteously angry people talking, watching these podcasts about Christianity and justice, and how does that look like right now after George Floyd. And Tearfund was one of the organizations that I saw more than any other organization out there, wanting to send out their office. I can't remember her name, but she seemed to be in a lot of the conversations. But it was great, fantastic. But they not only just talked about it, they actually did something about it. Now, I will moan all day long, as you will know. I will just kick off and grumble, and you see them people them left us, still, yeah. But you know what? They're one of the people that actually have invested into a project. Now, Leanne's going to explain this project because I am not going to go into any more detail than this anyway. So yeah, because you're thinking, what on earth is this crazy dude talking about? But anyway, so yeah, but listen, guys, I'm going to introduce the Well, and Lian Jacobs will explain her role within Tearfund and the Well and what it's all about.
So, my name's Leanne. As you know, I'm the Senior Relationships Manager for the Youth and Emerging Generation team, but I also sit in the Well. So I'm very honoured because I get to sit in two teams, my favourite types of people to serve and to work with.
Cool.
And the Well is an initiative for Black Christians and Black churches to come together to serve and tackle extreme poverty, essentially. So looking at issues of injustice and poverty. That is our bag. That's what we want to do. But we're doing it in a way that makes sense to us. So in the language that we understand and that we choose to use, if it's the King James Version, we're doing it in the King James Version. We're doing it in a way that makes sense to us. So it's for us, by us, to serve our people.
For boo. Them gums are Chris back in the day. 100%. Okay, so extreme poverty. What does that look like in the Black church? Because when you say extreme poverty, straight away you think of a tramp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What does that look like?
No, so extreme poverty in terms of where we're coming from at Tearfund is global. So we're thinking not just here, but across the globe, because we often feel like our brother or our sister or our neighbour is you because you're right beside me. But actually, everything that you do contributes to how your brother and sister across the globe is living, is working.
Okay, cool.
So extreme poverty is when you don't even have the basics. So for example, over here, your face is giving me, I'm gonna query that.
No. I'll just go on.
Over here, we have poverty. Would we say it's extreme? How do we measure what extreme is? Extreme, when we look across the board, is people that do not have clean water. They have nowhere to live. They cannot access food. They can't access the things that help them create wealth for themselves. So, what's his name? There's a what's his name? He passed away the other day. His name has gone out of my head. Black guy, well known for justice. What's his name? He passed away last week or the week before. Oh my gosh, it's gonna come back to me. But there's a gentleman who spoke. He's got this analogy of seeing people coming down a river. So you see them drowning. These people are drowning. You happen to pull them out. But who actually goes to the top of the river to find out why they're falling in the first place? And essentially the Well wants to look at why people are falling in the river as well as helping them out of the river.
Okay, you know, guys, I'm liking this because it's looking at, what I'm fed up of is non-Black people giving us a song to sing. And people, you know it. Yeah, I have complained. I said, if I see a choir song, go up there, and everyone Black and white is holding hands, and we raise £20 and send to Zimbabwe, that's taking the mick to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's taking the mick, and for me it's insultive because we don't usually work together. A, B, helping out a nation in Africa or Black people in poverty isn't just about sending them some money across.
No. It's
about being part of giving them ability to how can I say, not resist bad weathers and all them conditions, whatever. But giving them so they can have stronger houses, so they can build better things, so they can, like you said, can have drinking water, and to have people that was willing to stay us. And why did it always have to send? And it sounds harsh. I said this to somebody the other day. You know, we always send. It always seems to be like white people. Yeah, do your thing, man. Go Ghana and whatever. So yeah, but my challenge is to Black people. Why aren't we going and being part of the changes? Going back to the Caribbean, helping extreme poverty in Jamaica, in my mom, St. Kitts, or go back to even further back into Ghana, into Nigeria, into different nations, and supporting people out there. So yeah. What are we doing?
But and you also have to ask yourself, even if you do go. So let's say we do a trip to Nigeria, to wherever we want to go. Once we've left there, what happens? We feel good about ourselves. 9 times out of 10.
Exactly.
We might do a little fundraising concert, maybe send the money, and that's it. But are we resourcing people on how they can create wealth in their communities, in their churches? And so Tearfund has something called Church and Community Transformation. It's our main kind of driving force,
Love it.
and we teach people and have partners that work within the church and the community to help them do what they need to do to come out of poverty. It's not for us to just send over whatever it is we feel. No. They have the skills, sometimes just the resource, and once they have the resource, they're flying.
Guys, listen. Christians, this is a great idea, and Christians are not really good at sometimes when it comes to these ideas. And I don't want to be bashing Christians too much here because we all represent Christianity. But ultimately, I'll never forget. I was watching. Sorry, guys, TBN, yeah, and the owners Crouch or something Crouch. They had his wife there. So what she would do is go to Africa and give them white dolls, the girls, and like. That's the problem right now. We're giving ourselves a bad rep, and we just need to switch up from this whole giving what I think, pushing them and asking no questions, but actually empower a man to kind of think about. But I would even go greater this as well. I want to see African debt wiped out. Not only African debt, but these nations' debt wiped out. And I'll encourage, powers that be to start doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's just a cycle, sis.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things I love about young people, and that's who I work with mostly, is that they're lobbying the government, they're lobbying their pastors, their leaders, whoever they can lobby, and saying, you need to do better. Why can't the rest of us do something like that?
And this is why for me, let's go back to George Floyd. Yeah. There was a different season coming out of that. A different season when it came to and it hasn't been anything like this, guys, because I was researching into history of since Martin Luther King them came through, what I'm saying, there hasn't been a sea change in terms of black awareness, black focus, and also this is not just about black people, this is about white people going, this is not fair, what I'm saying, and looking at not only looking at the poor and looking at there's some extremely poor people out here. What am I doing about it? Absolutely. And actually rich people are actually rich children are going, nah. In America, there's an epidemic, and we have to be really careful over here with the evangelicals, because they're well-to-do, got nice people, where the children have gone to progressive because they see the evils of what evangelicalism has done to society, not only to black people but to the poor. And I want nothing to do with this. Absolutely. And I just think this generation are next level, and we could take a few notes. We can make a few notes, and because they're not just like, they're at a place where they're not just praying. Praying is good, Please hear me. Praying is amazing, but there's other things you can be doing. Action, changing your lifestyle. There's so many little things that you can do that contribute to the lifestyle of someone else. So well, we're going to Tearfund, because the funny thing is Tearfund is like, you're just thinking of somebody crying and whatsoever, they're still, and now is Tearfund geared up for, is it like Commonwealth countries, or is it for any country?
So we work in 50 countries around the world at the moment. So it's from Afghanistan to Malawi to Africa. It just depends on 50
countries. Okay. And you mentioned before, you talked about the whole, now, are you guys into global warming and everything?
Climate change is a big thing.
Sorry, forgive me. Sorry, guys. I used a 1998 word there. Sorry, forgive me, people.
No, you're right.
Yes, I did say global warming, but because all these evangelicals out there saying that the earth is not warming up. That's why it's cold this winter.
It's definitely warming up.
Listen, man, it's climate change, brethren, man. Because I see the weather different right now.
Absolutely. Climate change is a massive thing, and people will say, that I'm the hippie Christian friend because I am so I care about the climate. I do, because what people don't realize, especially black people, is that climate change, sorry guys,
she said black people.
Climate change impacts people that look like us first. So it impacts them the worst, and they contribute to it the least. So we contribute in the West the most to climate change,
100%.
But we will see the effects of it way after those of our, family members and
back home.
brethren back home.
ultimately back home, Barbados,
Absolutely.
the West Indian Islands, small island St. Kitts, man. We got little volcano, but you know, you'll be moving up the volcano soon at this rate.
They're having droughts, they're having extreme weather conditions, so they can't grow their crops, they can't feed their families, they can't make money. So that's what's pushing them deeper into poverty. And by 2030, God forbid, but by 2030, if things keep happening the way they're happening now, 132 million people will be pushed back into poverty, into extreme poverty. By 2030.
I feel like I'm watching one of them, you know, guys, I like watching them films where they show the disasters of environmental disasters. I like watching them, guys. I wouldn't say I'm a global geek or whatever they're so climate change geek, but I have said on this station a number of times, you can bear me with it. Check out YouTube. I have said, what are we doing, you know what I'm saying, to do this, you know, changing the way we live and our lives, and even me have to get more stricter like that still, and sometimes you kind of forget. And I just look at, you know, extreme places like Antarctica, you know, I look at polar bears and apply it to the polar bears and all these different things, you know, people thinking, oh, that's not going to affect me, you know what I'm saying? It will affect you because the water is rising, you know what I'm saying? And that affects mangroves, that, you know, coral reefs, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, the world looks like, the world is just like an example of sin gone wrong, greed. That's all. Global warming really boils down to greed. Yeah,
it does. And it's an injustice. It means that by us not even considering changing how we live in our lives, we're saying that what we're doing and our preferences and convenience is more important than the life of our brothers and sisters.
So, okay, so literally, that's kind of interesting because I didn't really realize, guys. I thought Tearfund just went for people that had tears on a picture, and they went to that country and supported them. But now I'm getting a bit more deeper, like, but they're actually probably more of a hippie organization. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Leanne's claiming hippie life. You know, people. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be a hippie. But it's kind of weird hearing a black person talk about climate change.
Yeah.
And look at me in the eye going, and what you know. So are you vegan then? No joke.
Am I doing veganuary? Have I reduced my meat intake? Absolutely.
Same.
Yeah, because you have how do you justify, and I'm saying this as a cheeky question, this is me as Leanne, not me as Tearfund for a moment. How do you justify saying that you care about injustice, you care about racism, you care about gender inequality, but you don't care about climate change? It's still an injustice.
And eating the place down with pig.
Whacking out steak every Friday, Saturday.
I always said that, you know, Solomon said, guys, in Proverbs, don't be greedy, don't eat like a glutton or whatever they're still yet. And I keep on saying this, and people say, Roger, we can sample this. You said this about 20 times on the station. I'm fed up of going to eat as much as you want Chinese on a Sunday afternoon. And where do you find our people?
Oh yeah,
they're all Nando's.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know,
and we're not saying, I'm not condemning, and as Tearfund, we're not saying don't eat. Like, we're not saying that. We're saying if you could consider reducing, it makes an impact, and not even just for other people as well, but in your body, you'll feel the benefits. So it's something to consider for people.
No, 100% consider, guys. Like, you know, I look back in my life, and we would eat meat in the morning. For example, some people have the bacon sanga from Greg's. You know, you have that, and then you have some corned beef sandwich for lunch. I shall laugh, you know, because you go, amen, man, drop a hot drink with that, man, drop a cold Ribena with that one, and it's all over. And then you get into dinner now, and you're having a steak. You know what I'm saying? And that's 3 lots of meat. So I you know what I mean. So why can't you just have one? Just go down to one.
You can, and you'd be surprised, like, what you can make and how amazing it tastes. But all of that is born out of, like, Tearfund has theology that we believe in. We have, like, a story that we believe in terms of the fact that, going back to Genesis, when the fall of man happened, we believe that out of that there was 4 relationships that were broken. So when sin entered into the world, there was the breaking of relationship between us and God, us and ourselves, us and each other, and us and the environment. That's where climate change comes in.
Yeah, and you know what? And the interesting thing is, climate has changed a lot because of the industry. You look at the industrial revolution as well. There used to be a lot of fog in because of the amount of coal places we were smoking, fossil fuels that were burning, and they're still burning in a different way now. But things have changed effectively for the better in terms of that, because there used to be some times in the year where you guaranteed fog. You don't get that anymore. You don't get the fog because of the amount of smoke in the air. You know what I'm saying? And the factories burning out. You don't watch Peaky Blinders. Trust me, that was the life back then. But that's a really cool. It's kind of interesting hearing Christians talk about that whole. You know, I thought it was just about feeding people, but it's not about feeding people. It's about
all the ways that contribute to keeping people in extreme poverty. That's our bag. That's what we're interested in. That's what we want to work on. That's what we want to encourage people to engage in, because this ministry thing and this thing of serving God and serving others is not just about laying hands on Sundays. It's not just about, whatever you think it is. It stretches far and wide. And at least consider, I'm not saying everyone's going to, be a part of the well, but at least consider what that might look like for you in your church.
Okay, let's move into the well still, guys, because we've done all the stuff like that. Now, yourself as not only doing the Tearfund core stuff for young people, you are now looking at doing something which is, they even got Rasta colours on here, people. They got yellow, green and red and black, so they got Rasta colours on here still, obviously I don't think Tearfund realise it's Rasta colours, you know what I mean, but just put it out there and Tearfund, just look at Bob Marley's album cover.
It went through some strict people giving their feedback on colours and themes, so
obviously it didn't been Soho Road lately.
No, it wasn't Soho Road, but
but no, absolutely, the reggae source people. But anyway, but no, we're introducing the world. So basically, it's for Black Christians and Black majority churches now, and tackling poverty through there. So I'm gonna be a bit selfish. What does extreme poverty look like and injustice look like for a UK person? Because I know you looked at it from a global perspective. From especially extreme, but injustice.
So we are a global charity. However, in terms of how we impact and support the UK, is engaging with how they make sustainable changes for their own churches. Okay, cool. So it's more about how you're going to be eco-friendly, essentially for the betterment of your community and also the global community, as I've said. There's also something around, when we look at youth and the well, we're doing a leadership program called Emerging Influencers, and it essentially gets young people to engage with their spheres of influence. So we believe that young people can impact their churches, their communities, their friends or whatever, to think about injustice in their area. So if you want to go to your local MP, for example, about an issue that affects people in your community, we give you hands-on tools on how to do that. How do you contact your MP? So for example, most people don't know that your local MP should have a surgery every week that you can walk into. But a lot of young people, not even young people, people don't know, but they're there to serve you. So you should be going, if you're that serious, you can go with a group of friends and have that conversation.
So simple,
It's so simple, and it will take you maybe 30 minutes to do on a random Thursday or whenever your MP is there. So we just have little nuggets, I suppose, that we can feed and give to young people and to churches on how they can lobby people in power to make these changes, because they're there to serve us.
So obviously this group, the WOW project, effective what it is. When did it start?
The WOW was launched the end of last year. So this has been in progress for a little while, but it's been launched out officially. So we're in the campaign now. So that campaign consists of 4 different areas. So we had Declaration, which was on your favourite station, TBN.
Amen.
And Premier Gospel. But we were live on TBN and we did theology workshops and prayer in the morning and that kind of stuff. So that was a few weeks ago. We have Awakened, which is a speaker program, which helps people to engage with speaking as I'm speaking to churches. So we train people to go and speak. Cool. And then there's Immersion, which is the youth leader retreat day that I do, which will be the first one at the end of February. Cool. And there's one more that slipped my mind.
But no. What's the first one you said again?
Declaration.
So cool. That's because when you guys came out with Declaration, I was like, church ready to lick off, you know, still. I was like, yo, and I see all like Seth and all them man there, so, and I was like, yo, I saw all the mans that stand up. I go, okay, right, we're gonna really kick off right about here. What was one after that?
Awakened.
Right, that's the one about theology, innit?
No, so Awakened is the one where you have a speaker program, so people go out and
so going back to declaration, you mentioned about theology now. Yeah. Now, how do you do theology in the black church?
How do I do?
No.
How does you do? What a question.
Because the thing is, for me, theology is weak. You know what I'm saying? We're fully on how we feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of my pet peeves. And I'm not saying we got non-educated people, but we don't want to look at the things from an educated perspective.
Yeah. It's so true.
We rather rely on people's dreams, visions, prophecies. You know what I mean? I'm prophesying over you, do this, but it's not backed up in the word. Yeah. We're so led by that. You know what I'm saying? A bad habit of our communities. How do you, but that prophecy can go again, can create injustice and extreme poverty. You know what I'm saying? Because people get damaged. You know what I'm saying? And end up there. So the theology, how do you guys come from that? Because you're from different churches.
Yeah, we are. And I think one thing
Sorry
you can't.
about that.
No, you're
fine.
One thing you can't dispute is the word of God. You can and you can't. So there's certain things for us in the WOW. We give people the word. So we have our theology, as I said earlier, about the 4 broken relationships. We present that to people and we ask people, what do you think about that? So we actually spend time in Bible study. We spend time looking at the word and how it links to what we do. Outside of that, because churches have their own doctrines and their own theologies, they kind of have to work out how that fits into their space. And so I don't think we necessarily go into churches to change their theology. We just present what we believe to be.
You present the truth.
We present the truth.
So, okay, so when young people go, one thing, you know, the ones where you're doing such a good job with young people, but they say, so where's your church? How do you cope with that?
Mind your business. No, I'm joking.
No, because you know, you're a youth worker, man, you know what I mean? And you know that a lot of times, you know, we're coming to you thinking that you're a reflection of your church. And a lot of us people in the black community that work with young people, we actually don't reflect our churches. We're so not, you're saying, we're so not our church.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest struggle.
You know what? The church I'm attending at the moment, the support I have there, bearing in mind, I've only been there since end of August. So it's fresh. They've allowed me to speak multiple times on climate change. They've allowed me to play promo videos. They've supported declaration, the things that have happened. Even though they may not be necessarily like well versed in it, they've trusted that what we're doing is a God thing. And they're supporting us. So can I say we're 100% there? No, because I don't think we can ever be. But they're on the journey with me and they're willing to kind of risk it, really. Because me going up there talking about climate change, the first time I did it, they're looking at me like,
what's that?
Okay, is that a drink? Is that a seasoning? But actually, after the second time, and even them giving me a second and a third time, you don't get that often. So I have to commend my church. You know, they're who they are.
Guys, Bishop Jackson's usually in the morning before me. Just putting it out there. He's a great teacher, preacher, and he's a great dude. And we have great conversations of blackness. Just throw that out there. Just a great advert out there. So.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But no, actually fantastic. And it's good to see a young black lady with natural hair. My wife will love that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know.
You said, that's good.
Yeah. So it's that's so funny. It's good to see the sisters them all coming out. You know what I'm saying? With all the unashamed frizz now. You know what I'm saying? You know, black guy. Yeah. Got no hair. Opposite to me. Yeah. But no, fantastic. I'm just zipping through it, guys. Now, okay, right. I look at your declaration. Oh. Is that so? It's that's what you said. The declaration. Yeah. The awakening.
Yeah.
Is that the other one?
That's just about the WOW.
Yeah, cool. Now, okay, when you say black church, Africa and Caribbean is 2 different things when it comes to church.
Yep.
How are you getting past that problem?
We want both. We want them all.
No, but how are you getting past that problem? You're saying
is it a problem?
No, I'm saying how you get, because now, guys, 3 years ago, Is it a problem? Is it cool? You finding any problems with it?
No.
Oh my goodness.
You know why though? We have a advisory board.
Yeah.
So we have an advisory board and a governance team that is combined of Caribbean, West African, East African. And so I think because we have a good blend sitting at the table, it helps us when we're
communicating.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So no, that's how you cope with it. You know what I mean? Because there is a divide. You know
There is a divide.
It's not a divide because me now I like them, I like this, because we had to show there's culture divides, you know, even between the Yoruba and the Igbo and and the different tribes that are in Africa. You know, you got the East Africans, the West Africans, you got the Zims and the South Africans. There's divide, you know. Sorry guys, I know my things, you know. But we had to show there's divisions. I mean, we get to the Caribbeans, oh my goodness, it's small island, big island, everything island out there still anyway. And the issues as well is the issues between the Caribbean and the black people and the Caribbeans and Africans has kept us so divided.
It has.
How many Church of Gods are there that are culturally separated but basically are the same things?
Same, yeah.
But it's just because their songs are slightly different. It's absolutely incredible if we actually come together and use that collective power, how powerful the black church can be, not just to take over the world, but we have to show is go back to its roots and really proclaim the gospel and help us as black people be proud of standing up for being a Christian and not going Muslim. But no, that's absolutely fantastic. Right, so wow, yeah, where are we going to be in a year's time with the wow?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Where are we going to
you know what I'm saying? You know, is it going to be a church?
No.
You're the pastor?
No, definitely not. Oh my, imagine, God forbid. No.
You're based in Coventry between Birmingham.
Definitely not. Imagine.
Thus save the Lord.
So in a year's time, we want to have a collective of well churches. So when we
That's what I just said, isn't it?
No, well churches. So we're like, we are a community of churches, not one church with me as the pastor. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Would it be like the church where that would be a wild church, for example?
Exactly.
So basically, it's almost like so basically churches that are already established and basically signing up to almost like a charter.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And making commitments about how the church is going to make active decisions to pray, act and give to
the cause out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, the cause out there.
Yeah,
okay, so the interesting thing, guys, I must admit, I've initially saw the wow, and I must thought it was going to be a thing where they'd be thumping up people and going on the front line, Black Lives Matters and picketing like that story. I'm not saying that you're not going to do that, but I actually thought that's what it was when I saw we're going to do it so much. But actually understanding it, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I think it's a space which as Black Christians we are not engaging with. You know what I'm saying? And Tearfund, I praise you for your wisdom to say we gotta stop going in these churches as white people and talking our language, and they're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be by our young people, and we're going to invest into our young people to deliver this. You know what I mean? You know, so that's real powerful.
Check out our we've got a promo video on our website.
Oh yeah, that's definitely cool, guys.
Look.
Yeah. Explains it
a lot better.
No, definitely, and I think 100%, Leanne, it's great that it's. I just really want to hope, guys, that we support them. Go to the website now. The website is to be honest, guys, if you just put down tearfund.org, I actually know it by heart, man. It's kind of just tearfund. It's one word. Even I can spell that, man. You know what I'm saying? .org, and you'll find everything from there. And you can actually put the Tearfund in the Google search, and you go straight to that page because they're already got the Google thing unlocked anyway. Still, yeah.
On Instagram.
They definitely got a cool Instagram, very professional Instagram. You know, it's more professional.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, it's very. Sorry, guys, I have to look out for these things anyway. So yeah, you know, I'm like, it's good.
So that coming from you, that's good.
I'm like, how can I be better than that, man?
I'm gonna message my people and be like, I just said we're doing a good job.
No, it's good, man, because I'm fed up of seeing some dead stuff out there still. You know what I'm saying? And I want it to be as something that I will attract my children to it and whatsoever. You know, 100% now. So is there any other areas of ways that you guys are tackling that we haven't mentioned? The whole poverty thing and injustice.
Are there any other ways? Probably. So we know we had COP26. I don't know if you heard about COP26 last year, which was a massive climate change conference. It was basically like the convention for climate change. So my mind has gone blank for names. Barack Obama was in Glasgow. Barack Obama was over. Like everybody.
So it wasn't a church thing.
It wasn't a church thing.
Yeah.
It's like a whole world thing. And
I think I know. I think I did.
You would have seen it. It was on the news every day.
Because I did a. That's the joke is that week I did a talk about climate change that week. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw it because I was watching it.
Yeah. So out of that, we did a campaign called Take a Stand. And so young people did up to 5,000 signatures to basically that we brought to Lambeth Palace to present to MPs to say, you guys have got to recommit. So there's lots of this encouraging people to be activists.
But you know what frustrates me?
Yeah.
Is that these old non-black dudes are holding us to ransom, you know? You know what I'm saying? Holding no offense, America. Just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I refuse. The joke is, it's the when you find out who's not signing the thing. It's the US and England.
It's sad.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And China.
It is sad.
Because they always tell you it's China, but but they don't say it's USA as well. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, China's always under the bus when it comes to this. Look at their coal mining and the way they're treating things as smug. But USA, when they're in war with people, they're using the tanks are flying over there, burning petrol like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think depending what you're looking at, there's such a wide range that Tearfund do. I'd advise people, look at the website because you can be involved in advocacy, you can be involved in fundraising. There's so many different layers to what we do. It's quite a big machine. So check out the website and you could get even case studies to find out when you give, where does your money go? How do we impact people? So there's great stuff on the website.
No, brilliant, man. Now, guys, I'm going to be communicating with these guys to see how we can push their things and advertise their stuff on the station, because I think I want positive stuff to be advertised on the station, not only you know, the only thing that get advertised in the community right now is COVID boosters. You know what I mean? Everything black is like boost them more people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get more boosters. That's a whole other subject, isn't it, people? You know what I'm saying? I bet you guys avoid that over your place. You avoid that in Tearfund. Do they have the conversation?
Internally, they have the conversation.
Okay, but not externally.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that much externally.
It's quite an interesting conversation that everyone's kind of don't want to talk publicly, but everyone's got something private to say. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to get cancelled.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like Mike Todd. But you know what I'm saying? But we don't do that. We forgive and forget. You know what I'm saying? You know, 100% at a time. And I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to touch base with you. Okay, just on the end note, because you know we're talking about climate change and everything, but I know you're music. You like your music still. You know what I'm saying? Whatever there still, yeah. So was he at Mali Music when you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So I was just checking.
Any GL event that happened, I was there.
Listen, man, like I don't think people realize, you know, some people get jealous when they're talking about Mali Music, but that was just a next thing that gig was. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely, it was absolutely next king, Lecrae them, and it was actually crazy back in the day. So, which artists do you still listen to right now up to this day? Kind of take aside, we don't do worship here. But anyway,
that's fun. Okay, that cancels half of my playlist.
Oh, sorry, guys. No, this is cheat. Get Maverick City out the way.
Get them out the way.
Get basically ghetto praise. Push it aside. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I still listen to. Do you know how I listen to SO?
He's deep stuff.
I'm a
Apart
massive,
from the Afro stuff,
I love the Afro stuff.
No, mate. Stick to what you stick to hip hop.
But anyway, I'm a big SO fan. A supporter, not a fan. We don't do fans. Who do I listen to? Lecrae, not as much as I used to.
Check out his album 1K Few. He's got a new album 1K Few right now. There's some tunes where, you know, when you just play it and you just go. You just have to like that. So yeah, you know.
I still, do you know what? I still listen to Mali Music's old stuff.
Yo, I do. You know what? I got some unreleased stuff on my laptop.
Really?
I got some backing track. You know, some of the backing track stuff he had. It's like, and you just hear it's so caustic.
The vocal ability on that man is just insane.
Well, do you like the Walls?
Yes, I do.
I feel like.
But you know why I like them?
They're held back. I think something's not quite. I don't know if they're too. I feel like they got the churchy thing.
Yeah.
And they got the ghetto look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what are you?
Yeah, I get that. I think they're being packaged for a purpose.
Yeah.
But I think who some of them might actually be, because Alec, the younger one, he has his thing.
Yeah.
He has his music, and then Daryl does his church thing or whatever. But I think I like their vocal ability. That's why I like them. I don't think they're great. Like the songs are sensational, but the vocals, the harmonies.
They're not like, for me, Commission when they came. You know what I'm saying? So Commission just did their thing and it connected to their.
Absolutely.
And it was them. You know what I'm saying? It's Fred. You know what I'm saying? But like these guys are like almost puppets, but they got the talent.
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
What I mean?
And they're from YouTube days though. That's how they blew up, didn't they? And then obviously Kirk's taken them and whatever. I messed it up. But yeah, I still listen to old school Kirk and Fred. I'm so sorry. Like them man are not going anywhere in my playlist.
You remember Fred versus Kirk? That I like. Yo, listen, man. Everybody was like, I put it on my TV screen. I connected it up, and I was like, and it is literally. You thinking, ooh, you can't beat that Kirk. Ooh, you can't beat that Fred. Ooh. You know, that was just. And you know what's amazing about this is what I have to rate America. You had secular singers and pop artists and idols all coming in, commenting, singing along. And I noticed that in the Soul Train Awards as well, when Fred went up, everybody's involved, and that's what I want to see with gospel music in the UK. But it transcends now. We've got the ability, but it doesn't. I feel like we just don't we don't go into secular like how the Americans do it, and I hope that changes because there's the abilities there, 100%, man.
But do you think that's more of a we're Christians kind of thing?
That's church's fault. In America's churches, they embraced. They could see a drummer play for James Brown one day and then come play a convention there. We couldn't cope with that.
No.
Yeah. We struggle with that still. And plus, we don't pay our musicians.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So that'll open up a can of worms there, right there still, And we just didn't invest in our people in the right way. And I think we're just reaping what we sowed. But we can change it. But you know what I'm saying? We have to go back. We get back to it. But basically, you stick to us. What about Lisa McClendon?
I don't really listen to her anymore.
Okay.
Is it like, so when I'm in, I know we're still not going to mention Hayden again, but when I'm in H's car, he does the little throwbacks. I'm like, oh yeah, but is it in my playlist? No.
Yeah. He's straight throwback king, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I bought the boy onto the station to play new stuff. It's me that play the new stuff. He will reach back to tunes that I'm Shazamming. I can't even Shazam anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, but nothing but love. He's just find a tune and he's just like, bro, he teased that from your mom and dad.
Well, we were raised on some good stuff.
No, really
good stuff.
Really.
And I listened to New Year.
Hint. But no, 100%. I'm thinking who else is out now that's big. You know what? You need to check out some of the guys like Phil J. I need to get into I Am Rescued. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys, you know, we're going to be updating Leanne and a load of music. I'm going to make sure I'm going to send some stuff over to her so she can definitely get away with it. Because sometimes, and this is why, guys, I invest into this station because I want you guys to listen to it because you need to be exposed to new music. It's very hard how to get music to people. You know what I mean? So, and there's great music coming out now. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. But they still can't sing as good as old school singers. No, and that's another thing here. And I don't want to start this with Leanne because I always cause saying that they just cannot sing these days. It's you got one part harmonies and people are getting gassed. And you know what I mean? And you get auto-tuned singers, you know what I mean? And anyway, Roger digresses and we want to focus on Roger, be at peace with the global force. But really, thanks again for coming on, talking to us about Tearfund. And the proof is we got somebody who is a music person, New Year Foundation, Birmingham Mass Choir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now in Tearfund doing the thing, man. Still, man. But don't forget how to sing. Still.
You know what? It's bad. I don't really sing at all. It's actually really bad.
Wow.
I know. I get called to preach more and teach and stuff, which I love. But the singing, no one calls me because I think I'm,
Okay.
I think I don't want to do it. So
don't worry, Bishop. We've got a new worship leader for you here still. You know what I mean? Help out the evening service.
Yeah, something like that. I don't have to have evening service nowadays.
Listen, it's called Zoom service. Evening service, you know what I mean? But listen, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We're here on YouTube. Guys, you're going to see a load of links that I'm going to be putting in for the Tearfunds, the WOW project, or WOW Tearfund. Which way is it?
It's just the WOW.
The WOW, with the WOW. And this is how we do it. And if we need to extra, we be fast and extra to promote Christ living, Christ mentality within the black community, and I cannot believe it. I never prepared to talk about global warming today, and we actually talked about climate change today. Guys, please forgive me. Climate change, and salute to Tearfund for doing that on behalf of the maker himself. God himself, Jehovah. Amen. In a bit, man. This is Roger, over and out, alongside with the lovely Lian Jacobs.
Thank you.
Look, you said that so nice.
Thank you for watching the content we're putting out. Listen, make sure that you are liking, subscribing and following us on all our social channels, including patreon.com. Make sure you're finding us on there to support what we do so we can support you. And remember, guys, be extra.